So right now it's the next day. We're starting to work on cleaning up this section. So these are the tools. Got a little rib nut machine, and these are the clamps I'm using to hold the harness in place. So I'm just going to reuse these pre-drill holes and then just basically put the nutsers in these, and this way I don't have to drill any new holes except for maybe one ground. I think I'm gonna put a ground like say right here somewhere, but that should be pretty simple. Put this in like that, and then you just basically tighten it up. And that's the rib nut installed. It's a 10mm, so I'm gonna do that for the rest of these. Then I could just have the harness going through here, or I don't know, something. So little by little it's coming together. Those are just for the headlights section, so I just gotta run the headlights and marker lights and then extend those a little bit. But that's it, everything's real cleaned up. I just cut the grommet and stick everything through. These two wires are for the boost solenoid, so I left them open because there's a chance I may move them. So I haven't figured out exactly what I'm gonna do with those, so I'm just gonna leave those. This is just a ground I had, just gotta loosen it here when I open the hood, pull it out, and it'll come out clean. Just gotta fix that portion next, but yeah, so far not bad. And now we're in here. Yeah, still look a little bit of mess, but it's a lot better than it was. All those wires are gone. These are all grounds. I just gotta tape them up. But yeah, everything is underneath here. Like I said, these are those two wires I was talking about, so I gotta figure out where I want to put them or what I'm gonna do with them, to be honest. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. So now I'm just playing with the fuse box right now to see more or less where I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be in here, but I want to make like a bracket to hold it like this. So now I'm just gonna put the the glove box in there, and then start figuring out where I'm gonna have mounts to bolt it. Oh, this is the final product. That's everything right there. That large black wire is actually the power. It's actually a little bit too long, so I have to cut it, but I don't have the tool for that one because I have to get a new distribution block. So it's enough to get the car running, but I will be addressing that next. Now here's the fuse box. I just gotta make a mount to hold it secure back there somewhere, but for today to run and start is good enough. So now I'm gonna go over here and just basically start putting the car back together, and then try to start the car up to make, yeah, actually I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna start it up, make sure it runs, and then we're good. Okay, so this is the first startup after the fuse box has been relocated. Everything is cleaned up, semi cleaned up. Still gotta do this area, but I just wanna make sure everything starts. So let's try this now. Okay, that works. Okay, everything starts right up. So yep, happy about that one. One less to worry about. So today we're starting something simple. Just gonna put this portion back on the car, placing this one because it was kind of crinkly right here. So I'm gonna put that on, and then just see where I can find a mount to hold this radiator back like that, and then go on with the wiring. So there's not much left. This got there's a little bit of straggling wires I got to figure out, and to completely attach the downpipe all the way along with the dump tube. And I believe once majority of that is finished, I should be, you know, a little better off. So there's a new one, it's on. I know it doesn't look like much, but this is where I struggle the most, the small details. So So right now, just trying to clean everything up, make everything look decent. So by lining this up, realize I still gotta cut a little bit more of the rad support, and I have to order another sensor for the coolant temp switch, because for some reason, sorry, the fan switch, for some reason that one's not kicking on. So I actually have to manually jump the fan in order for it to work. So now I'm just gonna go inside and try to clean up the interior of the car. So not sure where I left off last time, but so far this is what the car looks like. Put all the interior back in. This is just the last little bit that I have to work on. This is the power wire for the car. I had to find, I'm actually waiting for, let me rephrase that. I'm trying to figure out a better distribution block than to use this one and just run completely new lines. So that's what I'm working with right now. It's drivable. I could get it tuned and I could run it just as it is. But yeah, that will be addressed before it's actually, you know, driving on the road completely. This is the old center console. The CRV shifter fits right underneath it. That's the JDM one, but they're not really happy together. So I'm gonna have to address that also. But yeah, tuck came out good. My little switch for the pump, it's in place. So right now I'm just slowly piecing it back together. I'm about to clean all this out, probably try to vacuum it up, and then I have some more work to do. Honestly, that's it. Like, I don't know what to do at this point, because like I said, this is the small details, and that's what's killing me. If you keep looking, you'll find something to do. So I found me this bracket. I guess it's from the Accord one, I'm not sure. Just gonna put it there, and I'm just gonna put some rib nuts into this section right here, and that will take care of the radiator mounting position, and that should, you know, that should be one step closer to having a finished product. So there it is. That's the bracket. It's on, rib nutted in. It's not much, but one less thing I could cross off the list. Now let's see what else I can find to do. So I finally decided on today's task, we're going to take off the valve cover and start putting on all the plastics for the lower timing belt section. When I did it, I never put it on. I just want to make sure that everything wasn't leak. So now that's fine. I'm going to take the alternator belt off, take the crank pulley off. The cars are jacked up. There's your jack stand underneath the back. And then I'm just going to start putting the whole timing belt section on. And then once that's done, then I think I'll be getting closer, little by little, guys. So we loosened the alternator up, took the belt off, took the crank pulley off. The timing belt is good, no leaks. So now we're just gonna put this cover on, and hopefully no more problems. Now, I think this goes on before the cover. Well, we're gonna find out, right, guys? We're gonna find out together. Down the rabbit nest we go again. So, yeah, that's the engine. Pretty clean. Very clean. I think the oil just kind of, I'm thinking the oil is mixing with gas, so that's definitely the first thing I will probably have to do before I take it to get tuned. I have to change the oil again, because I changed it once before. I changed the oil pan, but I think I definitely got to change it again, because this thing just looks watered down like the last time. But the bottom cover is on. Not sure if you can see from here, but it's on. So now I'm working my way at the top. I have to cut that one and modify it, and then put it back on. Okay, so modded this cover. Had to cut off a good amount so everything would slip over the mount. But now I have access to all the bolts, so I can still change them out if I need to. And just gotta put that last one in place right now before I put everything up. And then I'm just gonna slide the valve cover back on, and that is it for this section. That should be enough to, you know, fix the oil leaks at the valve cover level. And I'm just gonna move on to the next thing on the list. So the valve cover is on. Things are looking a little bit in place. Have the cover there. All the cover's down here. Now I just got put on the crank pulley. This is a Euro R single crank pulley. So I'm gonna put that on, and that's wrapping it up for today.
I live inside my own world of make-believe.